The closer we get to the days of the kingdom, as we get to the end of the last days, the more important it will be that we deal with all of our unresolved issues. And of course, I know none of us here today have any of those, right? How this bear feels intimidated toward day one of Shelach Lecha, send for yourself, it means. Let's go to the book of Bamidbar, or Numbers, chapter number 13, and begin with verse 1, which says, And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am given to the children of Israel. Send one man from each tribe of their fathers, every one a leader among them. And then what we read following is the listing of those particular individuals, especially chosen, to go up and take a look at the land. The issue here initially that we deal with is that Yah has already told Israel that he has specifically, intentionally chosen this particular place, the land of Canaan, Eretz Israel, to be their homeland. He says it flows with milk and honey. That is a true report. It is a bountiful land. He talks about how that it is a miraculous land, that it will yield to Israel's supernatural harvest, especially in particular years of the Shemitah cycle. He talks about how that the rains will come faithfully in the early part of the year and in the latter part of the year. He describes all of the fruits of the land, the pomegranates and the dates and the wheat and the olive and so forth. And he talks about all the good that the land will produce for them if they would just simply obey him and walk in his commands. The current world governmental leaders, business leaders, shakers, movers of the earth, this is something they do not understand. This particular land does not function correctly when there is anyone other than Israel living there. This land is Israel's land. It is especially designed by the Creator for Israel. You could say the reverse. Israel is especially created for this land. It's a perfect marriage. And if you go to the land of Israel and you look at the harvest, if you look at the foods that they have there, it is amazing. And not only are the foods abundant and colorful and desirable, they are delicious and they are healthy. It's an incredible place to go. If you've never been there and you're planning to go, yes, I know that there's a bit of warfare going on at the moment, but still save your money and get prepared because you need to go. Do not worry about going hungry. You won't. The land is abundant and the food is incredible. But it's not just the food, it's the environment. It's the understanding you're where you're supposed to be. You are in the place that belongs to you. Put any other nation, any other people group or ethnicity there, it does not work for them. The land's not designed for any other group of people. That being understood, Yah knows this land perfectly. He does not need Israel to send men in and give him an updated report. So why are they sending men in? To understand this chapter and what takes place that we'll study about tomorrow, we need to go into chapter 1 of the book of Devarim, or Deuteronomy. And if you look at chapter 1, verse 22, and most of you have already heard this connection, but we'll just share it today. He says, and this is a futuristic report looking back on what the event we read about today in Numbers. And all of you came near to me and said, Let us send men before us and let them search out the land for us and bring back word to us by the way which we should go up in the cities in which we would come. Well, the cloud was going to lead them up to at least the border of the land and give them the port of entry. So They didn't need anyone to go into the land and look around and say, the best way in is through this route or that route. The cloud would take them up to the Jordan River, and they would know then where they needed to go. So why are they sending out, as they would understand, spies? They were supposed to go as tourists. Go and look around and see all the sights and come back and say the sights are wonderful, just like Yah has promised. Instead, they thought themselves to be on a reconnaissance mission. So what is it that is actually going on here? There is an unresolved issue, and it is going to plague them continually. And that unresolved issue is found in Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 27. It says that they grumbled in their tents and said, because Yahweh was hating us, he brought us up out of the land of Mitzrayim to give us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. I understand sometimes people get confused, and I understand that sometimes people get offended, but this is ridiculous. Yah expended all of his time, energy, and demonstrated all of the plagues and showed the power of his arm and drowned Pharaoh and his army and fed them with manna in the wilderness, sustained them with water out of a rock, kept their clothes, kept their feet from swelling while they were en route. All of these miraculous events just to take them in the land and kill them. It doesn't make sense. But they had this unresolved issue that says Yah hates us. He hates us. And then if you go back and look a little further down, it says in verse 32, Moshe says to them, yet in this matter you are putting no trust in Yahweh your Elohim. Yahweh your Elohim. He's your Elohim. He belongs to you. You belong to him. And the word that they say here that he hates us in Hebrew is the word sanah. And it's not just angry with someone. It's a word that means exceeding hate, great hatred. Hatred like you would have toward a violent enemy. Israel somehow had this unresolved issue that they did not have a loving, nurturing, compassionate relationship with the one who has assembled them and called them his own covenant people, who says, you are to me a nation of priests, you are my own particular chosen treasure, you are a peculiar people set apart to me, because I loved Abraham and Yitzhak and Yaakov. I have chosen you, I have delivered you, and I'm bringing you out here to be with me. I want to live in the middle of your camp. I want to reveal to you who I am. I will protect you from your adversaries. I will nurture you with the former and the latter rains. I will take care of you. But by the way, I hate you. It just doesn't make sense. So we go back a little further. If we go all the way back to the book of Shemot or Exodus, chapter number 17, there is another verse here that kind of gives us a foundation of what their problem was. And it's chapter 17, verse 7, and he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah because of the strife of the children of Israel and because they tried Yahweh, saying, is Yahweh in our midst or not? So what is the issue? The issue is that Israel had not answered that question to a place of satisfaction, that Yah was with them in their midst, and favorably so. Whatever your unresolved issues are with Yahweh, however you may be angry about something or offended about something other, or you don't trust him, or you fear that he hates you or is looking to judge you, We need to resolve those issues because in the days ahead, you need to know you have a loving, committed, trusting relationship with Him. We'll discuss this more tomorrow. Until then, shalom.